A long time ago, I did a tutorial on Adobe Captivate 2019 where I was teaching someone how to do software simulation and have two possible correct click boxes on the same slide. And by not clicking one of the two possible click boxes, they were not penalized for that particular result. And I'm going to show you the same way to do this, or a similar way to do this, in the all-new Adobe Captivate 13. So I have a project here that I'm working on, and you can see I've got a click box right there where I'm telling students that they are going to click the search flights option in order to find a flight that they're looking for. But what if they need another possibility from the search results? So I'm going to just click on the slide itself. We'll go back up to visual properties here, and we'll take a look at adding another click box. And you see it show up like so. I'm just going to resize that so that it doesn't have the rounded corners, and we'll just have it cover up the first result, because that's another way you could search for flights on Expedia.com. So with that in mind, we're also going to provide instructions. The first instructions will be something to the effect of click on the link that will allow you to search for a flight. And we can maybe change the text there to be something a little bit easier to read. And I'm also going to keep that like so, and we'll just resize it. That looks good. Now, if they choose either one of these, we're going to count that as correct. So let's click on each one of these, go into reporting and include in the quiz. Do the same thing for the second one, add to total and include that in the quiz as well. But the action for these will be something different. What we want to do is actually use an instruction box like you see here, and we'll just resize the text as well and maybe get rid of the rounded corners here, and we'll just say correct. That is one of the ways you can search for your flight. Okay, we'll just resize this a little bit better here. And what I'm also going to add is a button, and that button will be placed just at the bottom corner of this feedback caption. And we will label that and maybe resize it a little bit there. And the default appearance for this feedback instruction and the continue will be to not be visible in output. So we'll select each of those and click on the little hide during publish icon in the upper right hand corner of your visual properties inspector. Now the action for this should be to go to next slide, whether that's the results slide or another slide within the simulation, and we'll just click on done there. Now, when I arrive on this slide, even if it's the second or third time that I'm running through this simulation, I think it's important that we hide these two objects. So on slide interaction, I'm going to click the plus, and on slide enter, we're going to hide our feedback instructions and our continue button. Click done. But with our click boxes, again, both are correct answers. We're going to change the action to show our feedback caption or instruction and the continue button. And we'll do the same thing for this one as well. Here we will show our feedback caption and our continue button, and done. Now with the continue button itself, we want to include that in the quiz. So again, regardless of which one they press, they'll have to press the continue button to move forward, and that will add, let's say, 10 points to this. Now we can test this out by going down to our bottom slide, which is our results slide, and move that up just so that it occurs immediately after this slide. And currently it's hidden, so we'll just show that there. And now I think we're ready to test this out. So let's first of all hide the play bar, which we don't need, but we'll preview from this slide and see how that looks. Okay, so we have, this could be a right answer, and then we'll press continue, and we got 11 points. And let me just double check something there. Yeah, we don't want to include that in the quiz. Don't want to include that in the quiz. So now let's do a preview and see how that works. All right, so if I click here, I get my correct message. I press continue, and I get the 10 points that I should get for doing that correctly. If I reload this and choose search flights, I still get the continue message, and then continue, and I still get the 10 points. So that's one way that you can definitely ensure that people who are taking your software simulation assessment and maybe making one of several correct choices will always ensure to get the proper score for that particular point.
If you thought this video was helpful, please like and share it with your colleagues. If you need help with Adobe Captivate, hire Paul for one-on-one instruction. Paul's goal is to focus on lessons based on your specific needs. Visit his website at captivateteacher.com. And don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel.